Hello, this is Jessica with On a Stack of Books, and today we are going to do a Books and Beads project with the book James and the Giant Peach. This is a fantastic middle grade book that I read as a kid, and my girls have read it, and my youngest daughter just really love this book. So I put together a bead kit here, and we're going to make a necklace based on James and the Giant Peach. This story is a magical adventure story of a little boy named James Henry Trotter, and he is about 4 years old, and he tragically loses his parents, and he is sent to live with his aunts, and they are Aunt Spiker and Aunt Sponge. And these women are very cruel, mean, selfish women. They do not treat him kindly. They take him in, but it is not an ideal situation for James. It's very sad for him. And so he's with these aunts, and he's sort of just, all he has is his imagination. And there is a very sad looking garden with, plants that are dying and things like that. And he spends time when he can outside. And while he is playing outside, he accidentally drops they're like magic beans or little crystals or little something in a bag that he has. And he accidentally drops them in the soil. And this starts the magical adventure that he goes on. And as time goes on, he meets some very unique, interesting characters that become his friends, and they go on the adventure with him. And so it is just a wonderful book for children. It's wonderful for adults. It's wonderful for kids of all ages. It's a great book. I read this when I was young, and then I read it again with my daughters. My youngest daughter, for some reason, out of all the books that we read, she really loved this one, and it's a great book. But the reason why that sort of surprised me was that the topics, aside from this magical adventure that he goes on, he loses his parents, and his aunts are cruel to him, and it just seems like heavy topics, and but I do remember as a child when I was reading this, all I remember is the peach. All I remember is the adventure. I don't really remember those other details, but as an adult, when you're reading it, you just think, this is horrible. But it's not an uncommon theme in a lot of very popular stories. Hansel and Gretel, the mother has died, the father, has them. In more current Frozen, the parents die. I think almost all the Disney movies. But so a lot of children's stories are dealing with heavy topics, but I don't think the children reading them when you're a child, you focus so much on that. You focus on, the story itself and what's happening, and the other interesting little tidbits, because I think if I asked my daughter, she would talk about his friends and the people that he meets along the way. So I highly recommend this book. It's wonderful. My daughter loved it, and so because she loved it so much, I decided to make this bead kit. And I made the little peach, that's the dangle on there, but then I did want to include, I always love to include book pages if I can, and so I picked some from the section of the book when they are sort of, I don't even know how to say it, but they've ensnared thousands of birds to help them. And so I put on the one side of the necklace, there's all those birds, and the other side has some orange and some of the animals, the friends that he has. On the cover of the book, you can see that there's a centipede, there's a ladybug, there's a grasshopper, there's a silkworm, a spider, and a glowworm. So I did not record soldering the glass edges of the book pages because it's hard enough to do it as it is, and that's a new craft for me, so I did not want to try to do that on camera. But I loved how the necklace turned out. I love asymmetrical jewelry, and I loved just the mixed metals, the different, yellow gold and the silver of the soldering, and then the glass, the colored glass, and the check glass of the oranges and the peaches and the different colors. So I thought it was really fun, and it turned out really pretty. And I will wear this, and I will think of course, the book, but it will remind me of reading it with my daughter and how much she loved it, and it was a special book for her at that time. So thank you for crafting with me and watching as I create this beautiful necklace. I hope you enjoyed it. So thank you for watching, and until next time, I will be reading.